to S Resolution 136. I further ask that the resolution be agreed to, the preamble be agreed to, and that the motions to reconsider be considered, made, and laid upon the table.
Is there objection?
Reserving the right to object.
The senator from Vermont.
Madam President, I find this resolution somewhat odd, if I may say so. There are enormous crises facing our country and the world. In fact, that we are spending time on the floor of the Senate to condemn a proposition or a theory does not seem to me to be the best way to be spending our time. And the implication, and I think the senator from Indiana made this implication, that the President of the United States is objecting to raising taxes, is simply not factual. The President has come forward with some very specific tax proposals, but his proposals are not meeting much support on the other side of the aisle, because he is saying that he doesn't want to raise taxes on anybody in this country earning less than $400,000 a year, but he does want to raise taxes on some of the wealthiest people in America and some of the largest corporations who today may be paying zero in federal income tax. And he shares a concern that many of us share, that Warren Buffett reminds us that the effective tax rate for the billionaire class is actually lower than it is for working families. And the President's view, which I share, is this Congress must address the enormous crises facing working families, and that is rebuilding our crumbling infrastructure, making sure that our kids have quality child care and pre-K, that we have got to address the existential threat of climate change, and that we have to address many of the other problems facing working families. And one way we do that is demanding that the wealthy pay their fair share of taxes. You know, when we talk about resolutions condemning something, I'm not, again, sure why we're here condemning a particular theory. We might be today thinking about condemning the actions of the Republican Party in the House of Representatives today. They got rid of a member of their leadership for the crime of suggesting that that party should not maintain a big lie implying that Donald Trump won the election. Shall we condemn that? I think that's worth condemning. I think we might want to condemn the fact that we have more income and wealth inequality today in America than any time since the 1920s. Let's condemn that. Maybe we want to condemn the fact that every scientist who has studied the issue tells us that climate change is a threat to our nation and the world, and we have done virtually nothing to lead the world in addressing climate change. Let's condemn that inaction. Let's condemn the fact that in the richest country in the history of the world, we have the highest rate of childhood poverty of almost any major country on earth. How about condemning that? Let's condemn the fact, maybe, that half of our people are living paycheck to paycheck. Let's condemn the fact that we live in a country which has institutional racism. We can go on and on. A lot of things to condemn, but I don't know that it is in the best interest of the United States Senate to be condemning a particular economic theory. You don't like it? Argue against it. That's fine. But I don't know that we have to spend our time condemning it. So with that, Madam President, I object.
The objection is heard.
Madam President.